Hey guys, Remy here. I'm with Josh. Josh is the owner of CrossFit The Shack here in Australia. Hey Josh, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Remy?
Good. Hey, do you want to just give like a quick intro? How long have you been a gym owner? What you do?
Yep. So I was probably in with the group that we've got here. So I was a coach of the CrossFit gym prior. I think we were open for five years. So I was there since it started. We've had I think there's a lot of coaches that kind of get heavily involved with the community aspect, kind of think, they want to go off and do their own. So I was sort of in the position where I was looking around to do that. As I think you think you're ready. And then at the time it was kind of lucky. The gym owner was sort of burning out himself and lost his passion a little bit and turned around and said to me, "Oh look, I'm looking to sell." So I hadn't actually told him my plans, and I said, "Oh look, well, I really want to continue with this community." And we ended up sort of coming to an agreement that we would sort of keep the client base, stay in the area, but I wanted to set up a new rebrand, go to a new facility and start fresh, but keep the community that we had. So I did that. Had one of the coaches do it with me. So we had a business partner at the time. So we've had the Shack now for just over 2 years. We've now sort of gone our own way. So now, it's just me, which is a big step up and a big change, but it's going well at the moment.
You did that transition while going through the self-charging program as well, right?
Yeah, so the transition of taking over myself was sort of just as we had signed up for the Max Out Your Gym program. So it was a lot going on, but I sort of said to Remy that I've got a few things going. Let me just settle and organise stuff, and then I'll be able to put most of my attention towards, and a good amount of my attention towards the program. So did that, which is cool.
Great. And so, how was it going before the Max Out Your Gym program? How many members did you had? How was your life? And then you tell us how it is now.
Yeah. So I think when we probably took over the business, say 2 years ago, I think we had about 120 or thereabouts members, sort of as the old gym was sort of, we were losing sort of some members. We had a lot of ex-members come back, and then we always hovered around the 200, give or take, or probably just under the 200 member mark. We had a few different membership structures though, so that people were, we had sort of like pass options and that. So it was kind of always hard to gauge how many we genuinely had in the gym that were active members coming throughout the week. So we were, it was always something like, that was that number, 200 members, you kind of think like, wow, that's a lot of people. You think that'll be where you want your business to be. And it kind of, I guess, wasn't where I thought, it wasn't enough in my eyes in terms of the structure that we had going. So that was probably, a big eye opener, is knowing that a certain number that you might have in your head doesn't necessarily equate to it if your system, the way you had your structure wasn't quite there.
And to you, it was actually, even though you had a pretty good amount of members, it was the lack of having a system that could bring you more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. So
you through word of mouth, maybe website traffic.
Yeah.
But it's not you had a system that would be scalable where you're like, hey, I want more. I have the system for it. You didn't have
100%
marketing before, right?
No system. So I went into it and we got a lot of, because of obviously relationship with a lot of people in the area, we probably got 60 people come back to the gym when we first opened up that were ex-members. And so our marketing, or not even marketing, but just reaching out to people was purely through that. And then most of our members were just word of mouth and referrals coming through. And the business will never, it was never the need to grow a huge amount, because we obviously had a good membership base. Business was doing well, but probably the thing that always stressed me out about that is that all of a sudden there would be 10, 15 people, I would notice clumps and they would just disappear. just purely because of moving out of the state or moving houses. So we've always had, I'd say, like a good retention rate, but for whatever reason, or come footy season or something like that, we would lose a chunk of members. And then I know I'd just start panicking, going like, oh no, like all the hard work that we'd got the gym to a level, and then it would drop down. So never having that ability to just turn it on and go, how can I get new clients and have that system there? That was something that I was really looking for, and why we actually originally, or why I signed up with you. So
because for you it was scary to not have that system, because you could like lose some of your members, and then how to replace them, right?
Yeah, like you do your referral stuff. You do, and never really would work. Like when you try and actively say, I'll pay you $100 to bring someone down, and you know, chase it and that. And you know, doing the whole local businesses and all the stuff that you try, and it would work a little bit, but it was still not something that was sustainable in my eyes. And that was something that, you know, people do. They move on, they have kids, they have to leave at some stage for a little while. Hopefully they come back, but just, that was something that always did probably stress me out, I'd say, was not how to do that.
All right, great. So we called that interview the mindset and clarity required to achieve your business and life goals. So could you tell us real quick the results that you got since working with the Mike's Archer Gym system? And then you're going to tell us about the mindset breakthroughs that you got, and now the clarity that you have that is required to achieve your business.
Just quick, like touching on that, it was like I was sort of thinking, you know, because I didn't really have much of an idea with marketing in terms of even how to put an ad on Facebook or anything like that. So that was kind of with the system. I was expecting that to be the main, cool, there's just going to be a formula. You see other people's results, and then it's just going to do that. And then the more I so when I went through the system, I kind of skipped to that part, and then I went, hang on, like stop, let's go back. And then I really put the effort in on the
setting up a Facebook ad. Just go on YouTube and you Google how to set up a Facebook ad. That's easy. You know, like you set up your campaign, you give it a name, then you set up your targeting. Okay, you select, you know, your address, and you put a 5-mile radius, and then you upload a video and you type some text and you type a headline, you press publish. That's it. You're done setting up the. It's not that complicated. If you just need just go on YouTube. It's about the mindset. It's about having a right offer. It's about having the systems that are going to allow you to schedule your leads, make them show up, enroll them, make them stay. It's about
so much more.
Setting up an ad is so.
I know, and that was the thing that probably I was a bit more freaked out about doing it. I was like, especially when I knew I was going to be doing it, I was like, how am I going to do this, the technical side of it? And then I realized that was actually the easy side. And the mindset shift was when I went back and went, all right, like if you're going to do it properly, obviously go through the step-by-step, the process of the program. And then, I think we had a mindset call, and I was always under one of those, I was always like the nice guy when people would come in the gym, and we'd be like, you know, because we had a lot of referrals, you'd kind of go, no worries, I'll come down. And before you know it, they've trained for a month and you've not seen money come through. Then people would ask for the discounts, and you kind of you'd be in a tricky situation with that. And then all of a sudden, when we did a few of the mindset calls, it was just that change. Like I always got a bit nervous when I was trying to say what the price was for the program. And then going through and going, hang on, what are we actually achieving, or what are we trying to achieve for that client, and how are we going to change their life, and really starting to see the bigger picture and start valuing the gym as not just a cool place with cool equipment and like obviously good quality coaching and that, to start being like, what will that person's life look like when they actually join our community and culture? And I think one of the things was they said, what was the best part of your gym? And we say, obviously the community and the culture is. And then I started leaning more towards, hang on, it's more the fact that we really do give a shit about people that are coming in the door, and really, really sort of knowing what they need. And it's not flashy workouts that are gonna, look really cool on Instagram and that. It's the care and the passion and the love. That was probably it, is like actually realizing that you need to love your clients that come in the door. And for me, obviously, coming from a blokey background and all that, you kind of, it's something when you do think about it. And I really did have a sit down and think, and I was like, I genuinely love being at the gym and love being around the people here and seeing and hearing their life transformations that are so much more than also physically. Everyone comes in, obviously has a physical transformation, but more the mindset. And then being able to help people with that was something that I definitely always overlooked. I didn't realize that, a lot of people here are in good shape and they might think that they want to look like something else that they see on Instagram. But then when you do have a good chat and dig into their mindset as well, they turn around and go, oh, maybe it's not that. Maybe they need to focus their attention on other things. So not only did it, I think, fix my or open my mindset up, it's allowed me to then help and really sort of focus that on all of the members here and realize what you're trying to create and then go with that, which is cool, really cool.
So now you're more in the mindset where you're like, okay, I'm a transformation center because I'm here to transform bodies, transform lives.
Yeah.
Massive impact on their lives.
Yeah.
I happen to do CrossFit because it's one of the best programming to get people. But it's not CrossFit that they do. It's like, you use CrossFit because it's awesome.
Yeah.
But also you do so many other things to help people get the results they need. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And that was the biggest thing, is I was always a bit scared or skeptical of the challenges and that, because I thought that, I think with the CrossFit side, there's obviously a lot of other gyms.
I did that yesterday with Matt. World challenge.
Yeah.
I want to be careful, using that word, because the way gym owners, hear it or understand it is like, ooh, that's the bait and switch stuff. The bait and switch stuff.
Or the quick fix.
That's marketing strategy where you just give them like a meal plan and then you create a challenge, and it's a cool marketing strategy to attract people. Is it what we're talking about here, or are we really speaking about like a well thought program to get people results?
Yeah, 100%. So we did the same thing. I used to be like, oh, you just put a challenge out and it gets clients, and then just the whole process of even just getting them into the gym and that, through the Max Out Your Gym program, it's obviously all laid out there for you, which is the game changer, I think, in itself, is that process. But when you realize that what you're actually, which is your mindset change, is you're not just trying to sell a gym membership and a nutrition plan and some coaching. You're doing way more than that. And then that's where all of a sudden you go, oh, hang on, what are we thinking about the bigger picture now? And it's a great stepping stone to get them in the door and then go from there. So, and everyone that I've had go through it is like, oh, wow, this is something I want to continue doing. Whereas I think now, 5 years ago, the challenges were obviously quite new, that everyone's bounced around. By the time we're seeing a lot of people have been to gyms before and done challenges. So when you can really shift that attention from, hey, it's just, a nutrition guide and a workout, to being like, how are we going to transform your life around the challenge? And that's the stepping stone. That's where I think you can really push to the next level, which made me a lot more comfortable to then do a challenge and be comfortable with it, because
and if
I knew what it was.
Don't even call it a challenge, just call it a body transformation program, body and life, or body and mind and life transformation program. That would be it doesn't have to be 6 weeks. It can be 8 or 12, just rename it, rebrand it. And also, you don't have to use this kind of short programs, because maybe their goal is to lose 100 pounds, And
to be honest, I've got...
And here you tell them, able to do it in 8 weeks or 12 weeks. You will need the freaking year. So let's just do a premium membership where it's not only the CrossFit workouts, but it's the nutrition help, the mindset, the accountability, the recovery, everything.
And I would say 100%, like the people that I've got at the moment doing it are probably going to lean towards just continuing on the premium membership instead of finishing at the 6. Like they're all at a stage where they probably still need that accountability, weekly check-ins, and like that real next level stuff, and they want that. So, which is awesome because
if you want to sell workouts, well, they can go to LA Fitness or Snap Fitness or like other gyms.
You can look on anywhere on here and it'll give you a cool workout. Like it's
you can do it from home. You can do like a workout from home. What they need is one-on-one intimacy from you.
100%. Yeah.
And so that's how we become a premium gym owner, right? That's how we become a premium gym, by providing that one-on-one intimacy that is not just about the workouts, but about all the other things they would need to get the results. So now you're becoming like premium gym, right? Now when we speak, so you're in AUD, but let's say in USD to make it easier for everybody listening to that video. Now, a membership at 200, 300, 400, even 500 a month doesn't seem like cuckoo, right?
Yeah. So no. So that sort of thing it's like my numbers are like so much bigger now. And I've been kind of lucky in general, I think, which is funny, which I've said to you a few times, is I was sort of really excited because in my head when I was starting the program, I was thinking, it'll be the ads and the process. And like I only launched the ads probably for a week, if that. And I probably had, I think there was about 40 or 50 people or leads that came through. And then for me, like I've never seen that ever. And it was a bit like the first day I probably was a bit caught off guard. And I think I said to you, like my goal was always only to probably pick up 10 people from the program. Because at the moment, I'm in that transition stage where I'm sort of offloading a lot of the tasks to other people, but I'm still doing a fair bit of it myself. So I didn't want to put myself over by having, 30 people say sign up, and then I know I can't give them that love and care that they need. So so within the week kind of got that. And then just over the time, I think I got 14 or 15, I think, over that week or two that ended up signing up for the 6-week program. And then
in 1 week?
I think it was 2 weeks that I sort of was running the consults and then being able to reschedule people. I'll just have a look on the so on my sheet. Yeah, it was pretty much. So yeah, probably over that period, it would have been around. So I've got 16 new signups from it. But yeah, during that period, I was having just all of a sudden the general inquiries were coming through, and I was getting getting a lot of people. Like I think last month, with even ex-members coming back, I had 38 new people join up, which again, some were probably 10 or so were old members coming back through. But yeah, so it was kind of one of those things. I was a bit like really excited to launch the program and focus all on that with the way the ads were going to work and the process of people coming in the door. But then I was getting all these other inquiries and general leads, which without knowing, and I was still using the same process of the tactics and all that, and then taking them through the same consult and the same process. So even though the leads probably weren't coming directly from, well, they were at some stage, but not directly from the ads, they were coming from all different directions. What we spoke about is that mindset shift to then know what pathway they're going to do and have that clarity. And kind of I think we picked up in terms of Aussie dollars. I think we've had the last 2 months I've picked up my regular membership debit has gone up $6,000 in 2 months. So we went up $5,000, and then the last month has gone up another couple. So, and then with the challenge, I think I had another $3,000 or $4,000 come through just from like the upfront stuff. So
Boom. Do you know? So, do you know the total front end cash you got so far? It's on your CRM, yeah.
Yeah. So 7 grand is 7,200 is from the front end people that have signed up from the program.
Only from the ads, and actually you also followed up on the like ex-members. You maybe members, so actually much more front end.
Yeah. So when I had way more. So when I had the ads going, a lot of members then jumped on board with the nutrition plan, and then their membership upgraded to the premium. So that's probably why my direct debits have then grown to, like I said, it's jumped 6 grand, then plus the sort of cash you get from.
And so now recurring, you have a.
So recurring, if we want to talk Aussie dollars, I was probably getting I was always hovering around 30 grand of like every month of direct debits. Mm-hmm. And then I had 36,500 of direct. Yeah, so 6,500.
And so here, you did that by running your ads for how long?
5 days, 4 days, 5 days. Yeah. So
thinking about like running ads for 4 days, generating so from the new clients 7K, but actually when we add also the ex-members
and people coming in the door from maybe even seeing the ads, but then not coming through the funnel, just coming through like, so they might not be on the CRM, but I've obviously grown.
Yeah, so maybe can we say like 15K would be like a fair number?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, around that.
Content cash, and now each and every month plus $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
For just doing the ads for 4 days.
Yeah, which it's funny because I look at it and I'm like, wow, and I can actually then, things might settle down a bit more with the members coming from everywhere else. And focus a bit more purely on running another kind of campaign again. It'll be cool to see probably the front end cash even. But
imagine what you do, like if you run the ads for a whole month for like a whole 30 days.
Yeah. So that's sort of my next step now is obviously now building the team around, which is sort of what I said is taking myself away from just being the one that's doing everything to the other pathways, which are also sort of where I'm up to now in the program is the virtual assistant and all that stuff, the VAs and
like oftentimes gym owners think that the Max Archer Gym system is like, oh yeah, Remy helps with Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Yes, also, but actually it's every single thing that you need in order to have like a profitable, sustainable business, right?
Yeah.
Everything is the complete package, right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think you do, because you come in with the mindset of like, I just want new clients, new members. I want it to be at this amount. And then like I could have even, you could have way more profit and then you coach more classes, you sort of put yourself in a bit of a hole, then you burn out. So it's kind of then seeing your future and where you want to be, and then having a pathway to actually work towards that, is doing what you love, like in terms of coaching classes here and there, but just not needing to carry everything yourself and being able to delegate a little bit more, which is then actually making you a business owner, not just a coach that has the stress of owning the gym.
About this issue in my video training I just put out. Actually, sometimes more members can mean less profit because more members, more equipment, more coaches, your facility or a second facility, and actually more members, but then your profit doesn't increase.
Yeah.
So first, before getting you more members, we want you to improve your profit margins, right?
Yeah, and I think you're in that mindset as well of like when you do jump, like a lot of gyms around the area have probably started really dropping their prices around a bit. And you then look at it and you're like, oh, what's going on? And then when you can change the mindset and know, like, hang on, well, we don't offer what they offer. Like, they might offer a workout and some equipment. We offer way more. And then you can then go, well, yeah, cool, I can charge more for that. So why do I then need to have another 50 people in the door and jam-packed classes, but they're, you can't keep track of them. Why not offer a better?
Sure, there are a bunch of other CrossFit boxes in Perth.
Yeah.
I'm the only premium transformation center in Perth.
Yeah. Definitely. And
nobody cares about my clients' results.
Yeah. And yeah, that's sort of, I think as well with CrossFit, obviously the like with the competitions and all that stuff out there as well, like people can kind of get caught up in what they think a CrossFit gym needs to be instead of digging deeper and going, hang on, everyone's actually here for that life transformation. And when you can kind of not be steered away from that and really focus on what your bread and butter really needs to be, that's where you see the success and the results.
What I found to be too bad with like the CrossFit branding and how it went with the years is that you remember that CrossFit pyramid?
Yeah.
What's the bottom of it?
The nutrition.
Nutrition.
Was that?
Right?
Yeah.
What's the top of it?
Sport.
Sport. And everybody focused on like showing the sport, on showing the CrossFit games basically.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not the basis of it.
Nah, no way. Yeah.
And like actually changing people's lives and changing people's bodies. And then it's about getting people results. And then sure, forging elite fitness, but maybe not. Yeah. Maybe not elite, just like getting healthy, fine, No.
And I think that's the beauty then in CrossFit is there's so many pathways to keep people achieving things further than just coming to the gym and working out, with the way the workouts go and the movements and that. But underneath it all, just being able to remind people why they actually started and what they need to do with their life instead of getting caught up with someone on Instagram doing something else, or going to a comp or whatever. So yeah, that's sort of been a good thing for myself as well.
So now you have a system, you have a plan, you have a clarity around all of this, right?
Yeah.
You know how you're gonna grow the gym. Oh yeah, the question I had for you was, do we also help you become a premium gym? Like, do we also help you, like, with all the things that you need to add on how to become a premium gym, right?
Yeah, 100%. So there's all different, which I've not even explored, like a lot of, I've done sort of the core range of stuff, but there's so many other pathways that you can, like through the program that you see that, and other possibilities that you can to then step up and really go premium that, you probably don't think about, to be honest, when you are in that bubble of getting clients and stressing about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not about like Facebook ads and the Facebook algorithm, right? It's first about like your core service. Let's make your core service like look good, and then it becomes easier to do the marketing of it.
Yeah, exactly right.
If it doesn't look good, you add marketing on top of that, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody is gonna know that you're a shitty gym if you don't work on your core services.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. That's it. You just you're flooded kind of thing. And
so what are the goals that you have now?
So at the moment, it's probably starting to, like, I've already got a lot more coaches in and that, and I still do coach and always
you hire and delegate.
Yeah. So I definitely want to delegate a little bit more. I'd like to start getting someone in as more the receptionist and the membership role to follow up with everyone, the client relationship sort of manager, I'd say. which will then give me a little bit more freedom to not be, again, covering everything. And yeah, I'm at that stage now where I just want to sit back a little bit, really start delegating what I can delegate, and then 100% really focus on the business. And then, yeah, that'll give me obviously a lot more flexibility with my life to say, go away on holiday when I want to, focus on that, which is really cool. Instead of stressing out being at the gym at 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night.
So, like when I'm trying to communicate what we're trying to do here with the Max Ultra Gym system, it's about having great profit margins. I'm speaking 50% profit margin. Do you agree that this is what we're doing here with the program? Yeah,
definitely.
I'm speaking about like working 10 hours a week, because now you have the systems, you have the team, you delegate to your coaches, to like a front desk manager, to a virtual assistant, etc. Do you agree that it's possible with the Max Ultra Gym?
100%. And I think you've got to do what I've done at the moment. Like, you've got to go through it all yourself and learn yourself, obviously, like a client does when they come to the gym. But you go through the process, so then when you are able to delegate, you can lead by example. That you sort of know what you need to get out of that role. But yeah, it is. It's definitely starting to, which is, as I said, the stage I'm at anyway now, is pushing to sort of see where you can go.
Right now, you're already at 36. You went from 30K, recurring revenue to 36, but by just running the ads for freaking 4 days, right?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself now hitting 40, 50, 60, 70, K?
Well, that's where you got to.
Months. Do you see that? That it can come. You just need to execute on the system again and again, and that's it. It's gonna come.
Yeah, it could. I think you've got to sit back and go, what do I really want? Like, do I want to have? Which I'm in a position where
you want $1 million business. Maybe you don't want a month.
Yeah.
Right? You want that.
And
you're fine with 50.
And that's sort of where I'm at now. Is I'm like, all right, what do I want my lifestyle to look like? And probably, to be honest, it's probably not a $1 million business, but I can look at it and go, cool, where do I need to be to get my profit margins to where I want? Run something that's sustainable, and then reevaluate when I'm there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to, in the new year, pushing to sort of take that next step a little bit more, and then be set up to where I want to be, which is cool, really cool.
Yeah, because actually, let's say we bring you to like 50K a month, right?
Yeah.
A month times 12, that's 600K. It's a 600K a year business, right?
Yeah.
If we get you 50% profit margin, that's 300K profit, right?
Yeah.
That's 300K that you can have for you, right? Now you're the only owner.
Yeah.
Working less than 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
Because you actually love coaching and you love hanging out with your members.
Yeah.
That's a great lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? You're already at 36, right? You're already at 36K. So if you do 50, right? If you do the 50 minus the 36, you only need like plus 14.
Yeah.
You did plus 6K by running your ads for 4 days.
Yeah.
It means that if I do 14 divided by 6, 14 divided by 6, 14 divided by 6, you need to do that. You need to do that, the same process that you just did, 2.3 times.
Yeah.
2.3 times 4 days. 2.3 times 4 days. You need to do that just less than 10 days.
Yeah.
you could have it.
Yeah.
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 The 50K a month that would generate 600 a year with a 50% profit margin and working 10 hours. Now you see it, right? Like,
Yeah.
when I
And
say
it's
that,
cool
when they don't
because,
know what the Max Arthur Gym system is, they're like, come on, Remy, you're bullshitting. It's too good to be true.
yeah,
It's not possible. Come on, I've been a gym owner for 5 years, and now, no, you don't know what you're talking about, Remy. You're not even a gym owner. You don't know what you're talking about, Remy. It's
yeah.
not possible to do that. What would you tell them?
I would say 100% it is. And it's really cool being able to sit there and go, I know I can do that, but I'm not going to yet because I want to make sure I've got everything like systems and everything before I do that, because, you know, that's it. You don't want to then get too many clients and then lose what your premium product is, which to me, I would say is probably the love that you share for your client and the relationship you have with them. So,
and I remember, you know, at Max Arthur Gym, we are all about having a profitable business, but also sustainable business. I think that one of the recommendations I had for you at the beginning is like, hey man, pause your ads or like reduce the ad spend because you're generating way too many leads right now. You need to be able to handle them, right? Was that
well, that's right. My scheduling rate wasn't that good because I was getting too many. It was just a bit too much for me at the time, which is great, but yeah.
So not too good to be true, right? With the Max Arthur Gym, and also
definitely
not,
definitely achievable,
But what does it take though? Was it easy? I mean, it's a simple system, but was it easy?
No,
is it
definitely not.
Everybody? Do you think that every gym owners could do it, or actually you need some mindset qualities, or like what does it look successful with the Max Arthur Gym system?
I would say everyone could do it if exactly what you just said then, if their mindset was, and your gym or your facility revolves around what the program is sharing, which like I've said a few times is the love, the care, and actually giving a shit about the clients and changing their life. So if your gym's sort of not geared towards that and it's more geared towards, say, competitive CrossFit or, you know, being really flashy and having all the gear, then it probably won't work because they won't be getting what would be the core thing that they need to stay for and why they need to be there. So when your mindset can shift to that, I'd imagine that, 100%, then you can put in the work and do it. Was it easy going through the course? No, like especially sort of the situation I was in, it was like a lot more work than I was kind of expecting. And then going through when the ads were on and that, I think that was a lot of hard work. Like I remember that week was just so satisfying by the end of the week, but it was a hard week. Definitely probably one of the hardest weeks I've ever had of work. But again, I did that because I copped all the load by myself. Eventually I can make that a little bit easier by delegating some of the roles. But yeah, I think eventually it is for everyone, but you've got to have the right mindset and again, really have a facility that's going to be ready to help the client thrive and believe in it as well.
Yeah. You need to care. You need to be committed to success, right? You need to be resourceful because life is going to get in the way. So you need to become resourceful and you need to be freaking coachable. Guys, we have a system like Josh now, in like 4 days of running his ads, added plus 6K in recurring revenue and 15K in front-end cash. Josh has the system to now soon hit 40, 50, and then more if he wants to. But, you know, how would that change your life if you can have a business generating 50K in revenue with 50% profit margin so that you can keep 25 for yourself, only working 10 hours a week? How would that change your life?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You have your doubts through it, but it is really cool, like having that reassurance, which at the end of the day is the same thing your clients have as well. So being able to coach someone through that when you're then being coached through that is really cool because you put yourself in their shoes, which is, I think, even better because then you're all going through the same process.
You know, like I'm a pretty ethical guy. I'm a very ethical guy, actually.
Yeah.
You know, it's not bullshit. I know it sounds too good to be true, but like that's what the Mike's Archer Gym students are doing because they have a step-by-step system in order to do it. If that sounds good to you, you know, we can speak over the phone. Make sure that you could be a fit because I would not invite you if you're not a fit. And if you're a fit, we'll change your business, we'll change your life. So much for your insight. It was, I think, really valuable for like other gym owners.
Cool. Sweet. Cheers, Jeremy. See you guys.